Okay, what's up, everybody? Glad y'all are on here for another day of me possibly acting like I know what I'm doing. Ain't got but a couple days left of turkey season. I probably should go, but it is what it is. I'm just burnt out and ready to get some more work done. Today I'm going to show y'all how to set whitetail antlers. This is how I do it, so take it with a grain of salt. I've not had any problems at all the way that I set them. They're the way that I do it, I feel like they're more secure. I was kind of taught this early on and just figured I would, pass the tip on a little bit. But everything that I'm going to use today, I'm going to drop a link down below to where y'all can just go to Amazon, get what you need or what you don't have. A lot of this stuff's already on there for the most part anyhow, so I'll link everything that I can down below. Hey, let's get started. So the first thing you need is set antlers. You can't go and buy that. Well, you can go and buy these, but I take a little steel brush and I'm going to clean all of my borax that I've had on here while it's been drying out. Depending on the skull cap and how well I did, after I get it all raked off, I may take a Dremel with a little sanding drum on it and go around and hit all the high spots and clean everything that I can. I like mine really clean. It just makes for better work. And plus, years down the road, if something ever happens or somebody decides to remount this and they take it off and look and be like, man, that son's gonna make his stuff clean. So I kind of like keeping it all clean. There's no reason not to. You're already here, so let's go ahead and do it. Alright, now that I've got it all cleaned up, first thing I'm going to do, I didn't have this ready and I already should have. Need a drill bit. The size that I use is, well, I can't read it. Hold on a second, I'll tell you. Let me match it up to something I can read. Looks like it's 11/64. But you can set your antlers. I'm not going to move the camera right now, but you can set the antlers up against the form and kind of fill out where you want to drill. I don't do nothing fancy. I just stick that sucker there and drill. I drill 3 holes. Depending on the size, the heaviness and everything. Three to 4, that's it. Maybe I can see that. Okay, now I've got that set. Spin y'all around a little bit to the deer. You want the angle of this to be right, and I'll change this around. Well, I'll go ahead and do it now. So if you've got this up like so, when you're standing out in front of this deer, you think, oh, well, they need to be, no, that's incorrect. The main beam will follow the bridge of this nose all the way down. There's a lot of reference photos that you can go to and see all that. But the main bridge of this nose all will line up before the curve. And some deer are a little different. You have to play with them. You just line the pedicle up with that bridge and get it as close as you can. And that's going to be your set point. So now, when you get all that lined up and you're looking at it, we got a problem. Set's too tall, we can't do that. So what we're going to do is the way that I cut my skull caps, you can see I've got to cut this corner off. All right, easy, no problem. We're going to come over here. We're going to take this handy dandy Makita hacksaw. I highly recommend these. These things are awesome. So, nothing to it. Typically, where this curve of this skull cap is about where I start. If you get it too short, it doesn't matter. You're fixing to put bondo. So you can build it up. That's typically how I like to do it. It's free float mine. Just build like a little brain cavity of bondo and set it on top of it until it sets. Yeah, we're gonna line this up. See how close we are. And take just a hair more off. Alright, I like that. So now, what I like to do, I'm going to take my 3 screws and I'm going to go ahead and preset these. Make sure this thing's all lined up. And the only reason why I like to do this, I gotta come down in the back. So I'm trying to get this line right. Getting there. Go around the other side. Okay. Guess y'all can see. I just like presetting them. Darn, Jamie McKay's trying to call in. I'll have to call him back. He'll understand. But anyhow, the main reason why I like presetting them is because my screw hose is already there. So whenever I put my bondo in, it can now be a lot easier to find my hose. It doesn't move around a whole lot because that stuff's going to be pretty wet. So now let's come over here. I like taking WD-40. I've got just an old advertising sign for a yard, a pressure washing business I used to do. So now I just like misting WD-40 on it. All that does is keep your bondo from sticking. Makes life a lot easier. I typically get about 3 to 4 scoops of it. Just depends on the skull cap and how much room. You're just gonna play with it. You tend to gonna end up wasting some, but the more you do, the better that you get at it and keep from wasting a whole lot. On your hardener, typically about 1 inch per golf ball. That's kind of what I look at. We're gonna have 5 or 6 little golf balls here, probably not really that much. I just kind of wing it, do a little line or so. Hopefully y'all can see all this without getting my fat butt all in y'all's way. Tongue depressors. The jumbo tongue depressors. Buy them. You're going to throw them away, yes, but it makes life a lot easier. You want to mix this up, marble it real good. The more hardener you put in there, the faster this stuff is going to set. So if you're just starting out, don't skimp out on it, but don't just glob your hardener in there. That one tube right there is supposed to last this whole gallon. You just want to get it all mixed up till it's a real good consistent color. Alright, I like that. I believe we can go with it. So now, let's go back to the deer. We're going to take our screws out. We're going to redo this one screw. It's just a little off and I don't like it. All right. Blow the debris off. Come up here. So we're just building a little, putting the brain back. That's all we do, putting his brain back. That's what's going to hold these antlers in. And I'll kind of push it a little bit towards the front a little bit, kind of slope it. And you can put some filler in this if you want. Cedar wood chips, insulation. You can cut deer hair up. I know a guy that cuts deer hair. It saves a lot of scrap pieces. Works really good. I just mounting so many, I get to where I don't have time to do it. And I've had really good luck just doing this. So now, real slowly, I like going to the form, sitting on the form, pushing it back till it rolls, and just slowly set her down. Now, I don't set it all the way yet. I'm going to take my drill and start my screws. I'm just going to start them. not going to snug this thing down tight because remember, we got a lot of space in between. We're going to step back, make sure we got the right anatomy of them. I'm going to say that's pretty much it. Now, real important, I should have showed this in the beginning. Let me get me a marker. A lot of you already probably know, but on the top of this skull cap is a bridge. Top of this deer form is a little bridge. Kind of lines up with the nose and stuff. You want to make your mark if you don't know and line that up. Okay, that just kind of gives you a reference point. So, now that that's all set in there, I'm going to come back with my tongue depressor and I'm going to go around the sides where all my access and I'm just going to blend this all in. Try your best not to put it on your screws. Because what's going to happen is it's going to get in your screw head and you're going to be fighting and cussing me because I didn't say nothing about it. So I'm telling you, don't do it. It looks like we're going to have a little bit too much. So what we're going to do is I'm going to roll some of this off. That's all right. Even if you build it up too much, we got a fix for that. Because you're going to come back with clay over all this too. You don't have to if you got the time to sit here and sculpt it all out with the bondo and sand it, rough it down. More power to you. Alright. So now, let me ease over. Bring y'all along over here. All we're going to do is let that dry. It's not going to take it real long to kick. Once that dries, I'm going to take my little handy dandy rasp and this will chew that stuff up really, really good. And it will. You don't be careful doing it. If you take too much out, that's fine. Like I said, we're going to eventually come back right when we start to mount the deer and kind of just cap everything with clay to smooth it out, and it's good to go. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. I'm gonna eventually get on here and start putting a little bit of stuff like this, tips and tricks and your whatnots. But yeah, hopefully you like this content. I'm gonna try to put out more, and like I said, everything that I've used, you can go down in the description below. I'm going to have links to Amazon that take you directly to any of the tools and stuff that I used. And if there's any other kind of content or anything you would like to see, stick it down in the comments. Let me know, and I'll try to get that took care of for you. If you like this, please like, subscribe, share. Contact me if you need to ask any questions, but we'll catch y'all on the next one.